Oh dear, now look at that. I've gone and used up 3 whole bodies in just under a minute, and all because I forgot to unplug first. That really was terribly silly of me. Sorry about that, my dear. But unfortunate.
Oh, Doctor.
Oh, assistant.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And in this episode, we're going to take a look at the, well, speculation, shall we say, that the new Doctor Who is likely to be played, or possibly to be played, by Hugh Grant, which I think would be remarkable. Of course, he's already played it, as you saw in the montage at the beginning. But for him to come back as an actual Doctor, would it work? I think it would. But it is all speculation at this time. We'll have a look at this article in Screen Rant and see what it says. So, yeah, here it is. As you see, Screen Rant. Hugh Grant trends as next Doctor Who rumours take over the internet. I think he would be brilliant. And I'll come to why in a minute. But let's just go through the article. Following the release of a Doctor Who casting rumour report, fans react to the possibility of movie star Hugh Grant playing the 14th Doctor. I think it would be better if he played the 13th Doctor. But we'll come to that in a minute. Hugh Grant trends on social media as rumours suggest that the actor is in talks to become the next Doctor Who star. The role of the Doctor has been played by Jodie Whittaker since she took over from Peter Capaldi in 2017, when Chris Chinball's time as showrunner also began, as indeed did the decline of the show. After 3 seasons as the time-travelling Gallifreyan, 3 seasons, 5 years. Reasons? Lazy. The actress is set to bow out with the last of a set of specials released at the end of 2022. Actually, no. We've had one. The second one is Easter, I believe. And then the third one is around August, so it has. So not the end of 2022. She will be gone soon, thank God. The end of Whittaker's tenure as the Doctor, not soon enough, has invited inevitable speculation as to who will be taking on the iconic role next. Anyone, please, anyone. Adding more complexity and pressure to the casting is the equally important news that the current showrunner, destroyer of worlds Chinballs, will also be stepping down. Hooray! This will result in the return of Russell T Davies, the saviour of the show, and Sony, because Sony now owns Doctor Who effectively, who will be taking on the responsibility for the show once again after his time as the showrunner between 2005 and 2010. This means that Davies will have the final say on the casting of the 14th Doctor, which has added fuel to the internet rumours about Whittaker's replacement. Right, now, if he's coming back and wants to save the show, he's got to cast a good name, and this is why I think if he could get Hugh Grant, Dr. Hugh, it would be spectacular. He could certainly do it. He's an actor of fine skills. He's got experience. He's got depth of character. He isn't one-dimensional. I know for a long time people thought he was, but he can actually play some very good roles. I saw him recently in a very English Scandal, and he played an excellent Jeremy Thorpe in that. And this is where, if he's going to save the show, Davies has got one job. He's got to set Hugh Grant, or whoever, but let's assume it's Hugh. So he's got to make Hugh Grant the 13th Doctor. And that is to say, he's got to retcon from Capaldi's regeneration straight into Grant and have Jodie Whittaker's Doctor wiped. So she was never the Doctor. And you can do this with a throwaway line that he goes, oh my word, that was a terrible regeneration. It felt like, almost like I felt like I was a woman for a while there. And then looks down and went, well, thank God that never happened. Something like that. She gets wiped out and you save the show because you can wipe her entire shitty era out of existence. And then you move on from Capaldi to Grant as a straight regeneration. And with it dies all the lecturing, identity politics, crap storylines, low quality production values, and God Almighty, get Murray Gold back. But anyway, we shall see, because I have a horrible feeling that he might be woke now. I think he might have altered and evolved, and I'm not sure whether the Russell T Davies we're going to get now is the Russell T Davies who left us 12 years ago, but we shall wait and see. I would say the shining bright point is the fact that as Sony have taken over his production company, Sony don't like woke. They don't like identity politics. They want straight up story and entertainment. So that's what's leading me to think that this is going to be good. And also, this is possibly a good reason why Hugh Grant will come on board, because if Sony are going to own this, they'll want big names. They'll want to capitalise on the product, capitalise on the franchise, and capitalise on the name of a big star taking it on. And so I think that there's more that meets the eye with this story, because this isn't the BBC anymore. The BBC have effectively got rid of Doctor Who and given it to Russell T Davies to have sole production decisions on, and he is being backed by Sony. So I think it's going to be a lot different. Certainly anything that gets rid of Jodie is excellent, and anything that can annihilate her entire time on the screen is even better. So fingers crossed. Now, a report, this is going back to the story. Now, a new report resurfaces that has Doctor Who fans sounding off on social media. The Mirror has reported that Grant is in talks to replace Whittaker, citing only unnamed TV sources and with any lack of official confirmation. The tabloid's conclusions should be taken with a generous pinch of salt. I haven't been drinking yet. Nevertheless, the report has sparked a significant reaction among the show's audience, causing Grant to trend on Twitter. And then there's some reactions. Do I believe that Hugh Grant will be the next Doctor? No. Do I believe that Hugh Grant will be the next Doctor? No. If, however, he were to land the role, I would hope that we can go full Curse of Fatal Death, and Rowan Atkinson, Richard E. Grant, Jim Broadbent and Joanna Lumley all get legit shots at the role. Absolutely. I think probably Joanna's too old now. She would have done it 10 years ago. She'd have been good. And here's an original thought which I quite liked. Well, with a Russell T Davies return, and it is reported the show will turn into a Marvel-like universe with the Hollywood actor in talks to take up the role. Now, I think that this is a possibility because you do have a franchise that can go off and do other things. You have the core franchise of Doctor Who, but you can go off and do Romana. You can go off and do a Master. You've got other characters that have appeared over the years. You know, you could do so many things with this now without rebooting, having it as continuing drama, but pulling them off to the side. We've never resolved the Rani, you know, and things like that. So if Sony are wanting to do this and run it as a franchise, a universal franchise, there's so much room for growth. And I still think that the possibility of Hugh Grant has got to be discussed seriously. And if not him, someone like him, someone of that calibre. But anyway, we'll round this bit off here with this bit. The reactions to the Doctor Who casting room were a mixed bag, as to be expected with any speculation for the beloved character. Many fans seem to be content with the idea of Grant as the Doctor, but there's plenty who'd be eager for the show to continue its break from a string of white male leads. But the Doctor is a man. They've tried it as female Doctors and it doesn't work, because the one female Doctor they've used was shit. Because, first of all, instead of getting any kind of character or charisma, she just made a face like this all the time. Her reaction to anything, she was shit. She had no charisma. A supposed friend has cancer. Oh, I don't know how to deal with that, and walks away. I don't know, I could solve the problem about these giant spiders, but no, I'm just going to lock them in a room and let them starve to death. Yeah. You're a really nice person, aren't you? And all that crap about, oh, but Jodie's just the actress, she doesn't get a say. Bullshit. The lead role of Doctor Who always has a say. Tom Baker was notorious for it. You It's your character. You can say to the writer, I wouldn't do this. The Doctor won't do this. The writer's only coming in to do one story. Your character is an arc. So you say to the writers, no, and the writers have to change it. So if you're not saying no, it's because you're happy with what the writers are doing. So you agree with what they're doing, Jodie. So you like to be that person. You destroyed the Doctor. You've destroyed the franchise. And I tell you, here's how bad it is. You've destroyed the franchise that much. They've got to get a white man back to fix it. Well done, Russell T Davies. Oh, and who do you want back to fix it? Who else could come back? David Tennant. He comes back, it's saved. Got to get them men back. Now, this isn't an anti-woman thing. It's just simply that the Doctor is a male role. Sherlock Holmes is a male role. Robin Hood is a male role. The Doctor is a male role. Deal with it. Leave me a comment if you disagree. Anyway, I shall come back up. Yeah, so, as I say, I think that there may be some credence to the role of Hugh Grant taking the role, should I say. And if not him, then someone, like I say, of his calibre, because I think Sony will want a big name if they're going to relaunch it under their brand. They don't want to be associated with sort of second-rate, cheap, you know. If they're going to do it, they're going to do it well. So, yeah, I do think that there's the possibility of a big star taking it. Now, I don't think he'll ever play the role, but I will say now that I think, as of today, who would I most want to see take on the role? Benedict Cumberbatch. I think he, as the Doctor, if you got him in, 3 seasons, 14 episodes a season, it would be the best 3 seasons probably since, well, definitely since Tennant, and possibly even better than Tennant. But you'd never get him, which is a shame, because his mother's been in it several times. But you know, we can hope. Optimism. You've got to go forward with an optimistic heart. And I shall leave it there. Anyway, if you like what you see and hear on the channel, please press the subscription button, leave a like, leave a comment, and ring the bell for notifications. And until next time, stay safe, stay well, and goodbye.